Hey guys, how's it going? On today's video, I'm going to go through 5 very easy games that you can platinum in one day. Yes, one day. I've done all of these myself, so it can definitely be done. So starting off, we have the Last Campfire, which is rated at about 2 out of 10 and should take you about 5 to 8 hours. This is all correct. It took me about 5.5 hours. It's a really fun little charming puzzle kind of game. Really good. Some of the puzzles can be quite challenging, but in a good way. It's visually really nice to play and definitely one to do. Number 2 is Virginia, and this should take you about 3 to 4 hours, rated at about 2 out of 10. This took me exactly 3 hours, and this game does require 2 playthroughs. It's a first-person narrative-driven game, I think inspired by true stories. It's a really interesting game, really fun to play, and definitely a palate cleanser. Game number 3, and kind of sticking with the first person narrative theme, is a game called Kona. Kona should take you about 6 to 10 hours. It took me around 9 hours. You can do it in one playthrough, but I did it in 2, and I would personally recommend doing it in 2 playthroughs. It's a really fun game. It's got a third-person narrator who's telling the story about you as a private investigator going to investigate something. It's very atmospheric, very cool to play, and very enjoyable. Number 4 is Shady Part of Me. This is another game kind of leveled at 2-3 out of 10. Should take you 5 to 7 hours. It took me a lot longer, but I think I was probably doing other things like looking on my phone while I was playing it. But it is a really good game, visually very interesting. You kind of control this character where you can play as her shadow as well, so you interact and you go through levels platforming, and you use her real self and you also use her shadow self to kind of get through all the puzzles. Really good, charming little game. Game number 5 is the Concrete Genie, which I think a lot of you may have heard of. This should take you about 6 to 10 hours. Again, it's ranked at about 2 out of 10 difficulty. None of these games on the list are difficult. Concrete Genie is a really cool game. Visually very beautiful, very fun to play, really good narrative. You go through this kind of depleted town and you bring it back to life with your artistry and graffiti work, which involves all these kind of genies that work with you. It's a really nice game to play, very charming, very fun, and visually very nice. Took me altogether about 10 to 11 hours, but you can do it quicker than that. I hope this video was helpful. All these games are pretty short, and like I said, you can do them all in one day. They're really good games to play in between playing the kind of more long-winded, open world, grindy kind of 60-50 hour games. Please look out for part 2. In part 2, I'm going to be naming 5 more games that you can get the platinum in for one day. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Take care.